I'm Peggy, and this is my tiny house. It's called Windward Place, and we are in Oviedo, Florida. Being almost 79 in May, so close to 80, it's really, I'm not scared, I'm just excited to think that I'm going to be 80 in this tiny house, that I make my own decisions. I'm in charge of me. What I want to put in my tiny house and take out of my tiny house is up to me. I'm in control, which I think so many people at my age don't have that. It's all attitude, I think, that you have a positive attitude about being my age. And I'm excited about what's going on now and what's ahead. I've been living in my tiny house for a little over 2 years. My tiny house was built by Cornerstone. It's 438 square feet and it's 12 foot wide. I own my tiny home and I own the land that it's on, and I have 4 tiny house neighbors, and we all get along great and help each other out, and it's a great place to live. On the outside of my home I have the deck where I'll sit out there and read or take care of my plants and just enjoy the neighbors. I love it when it rains, straight downpours, because I can stand out there and just enjoy the smell and the noise, all parts of the weather. Now let's take a look at the inside of my house. Welcome to my tiny house. It's 438 square feet. I'm so excited to show you my house. It's totally me, and it shows the things that I love and what's on my mind. It tells the story of my life in many ways and my present time. And it's just so convenient, and it is just wonderful to be here. Here I am in my living room, and I'd like to introduce my dog, Buffy. This is my best friend and partner. And she wants to show you Ducky. Yeah, you stay here, you stay. Good girl. This painting puts me right on the sailboat, so I can dream of being on the sailboat. My son gave me that. And these are memories of my sailboat and so on with sailing. This is a futon. This goes into a bed. It's really surprisingly comfortable, but it also doesn't take up a lot of room, but I can have company. I have an exercise bike. I go to physical therapy 3 times a week, and the other 3 days I exercise for about 20 minutes while I watch a program on television. And it looks pretty big, but I got it sort of positioned so that it doesn't take up a lot of room. And on this side, I have this that my father made, and it always stayed in my parents' bedroom for years. So I stole it and brought it with me. And in here I have my pictures of my great-great-grandmother down to my grandmother, and I enjoy my ancestry and my books and stuff.
I fancy myself an explorer. The great outdoors is my middle name. So I want to be ready to go with a quality mobile power source. Meet the new and improved Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 portable power station. Perfect for outdoor adventuring. The V2 is stronger, faster, and smaller than ever before. It has an impressive 1500 watt output. That's a 50% boost from previous versions. Even better, the V2 has more powerful ports, state-of-the-art 100-watt dual PD, and a super long-lasting LifePo 4 battery. No matter where my adventuring leads, I can now rest easy knowing that the V2 can fully recharge in just 1 hour. And that's thanks to the incredible Charge Shield 2.0 technology. Also, quickly recharge with the industry-leading bifacial, high-efficiency Solar Saga 200-watt solar panel. The V2 is 18% smaller than previous generations. You know how I love tiny stuff. And now it comes with a convenient foldable handle. Ready for adventure? Get your Jackery Solar Generator 1000 V2 today. Enjoy an extended early bird discount with our code. Save up to 31% until June 15th.
So now we're in the kitchen. Come with me. I have a full dishwasher and lots of cupboard space. I can get a bigger refrigerator, but I didn't want one. I don't need a bigger refrigerator. And a full-size stove and microwave. I'm really all set. I had to kind of give away or sell all my extra china and all of that so that I just have enough for me and maybe 2 people to come for dinner. You have to plan all that ahead of time. I love this spot. Most important is that I have a problem with equilibrium and I can hold on anywhere. I don't have to worry. Also, everything's right at my fingertips. You know, I can do the dishes and wash my dog and do whatever I need to do. And I experiment, you know, because I can't have sugar and I'm gluten-free and I can't have sweeteners and, you know, I can't have anything really except maybe a teaspoon of maple syrup. Everything natural. So I've been experimenting and making brownies with this special chocolate and boy, they're coming out better than ordinary brownies would. My microwave, because I freeze a lot of food, especially my chicken and salmon, and I cook it in a microwave, or my toaster oven and air fryer. It's a must, both of these. I can do without the oven pretty much, unless I'm making my brownies. And over here, I want to show you my favorite hobby, my RC sailboat. I was really crushed when, after my surgery, when I found out that I was unbalanced. I've sailed all my life and I now cannot sail because I could fall right out of the boat or hurt myself in some way. So I found out from a friend about RC sailing. In sailing, you use all your senses. But in RC sailing, you use mainly your vision and your thumbs. When I first got here, it was kind of lonely. Now I'm part of this club and we've got camaraderie, you know, just wonderful people helping me. I can't put the boat in the water myself and they put the boat in the water. I mean, it's just wonderful to be here. Having my tiny house has just changed my life for the positive in so many ways. And sailing is a big part of it. You notice that my house is tiny, my dog is tiny, and my sailboat's tiny. And on this side is my countertop, and I do everything. I work on my sailboat here, I paint here, I put things together and take things apart here. This is, my whole life is right here. I didn't know that I would be using this space for so much, but this is the center of my tiny house, and I'm surprised that I spend all of my time here. And I love it and enjoy it, and I fit perfectly with my chairs and I can stand. Now, come and enjoy my beautiful bathroom. I have full sink, storage space, of course a toilet, and a full bath. which I love this. I love the look. I have a handicap toilet. It's higher up. I don't have to sit down so far and try to stand up. I sit at the same level as a regular chair, and it makes it much easier. And I recommend that for anyone over the age of 65. On my way out, I would like to show you this painting. My great-grandmother had it. It's what inspired me to paint, and I've seen it since I can't remember when it wasn't always in my house or my grandmother's house or my great-grandmother's house. And I love it so much. It's too big for a tiny house, but that's okay. I made it work. And onward to my bedroom. This is my bedroom. I have a barn door, a full closet, which right now is jam-packed. Yeah, that's Buffy's spot. This is my spot. And I have a bed that the top of the bed goes up, and I have a television where I can relax and watch TV. That was standard with Cornerstone, and I was very happy to have it. It's worked out very well. This is my washer and dryer, and this works out really well, having the washer and dryer in here. Number one, I don't have to carry heavy things anywhere. When the clothes come out dry, I can just put them on the bed and fold them, do what I need, and then put them in the closet. I love it. The only drawback is don't do your laundry at night because it's noisy. The window looking out over the backyard is very, very important. I don't know if I'm going to be at a point where I'm going to always be in bed. I don't know. It might happen. So I just want to make sure that I can be outside and still be inside. When I first started looking for a tiny house, I wanted to have a loft. I wanted to be able to go up and in and, you know, lying on the bed, reading a book, and then coming down the stairs. But I've had surgery done that requires me to stay on one level, so I had to kind of give up that thought. But it's worked out very, very well this way. To make that transition from this large home to this home was very difficult. Number one, it was my mom's home and I inherited it, and I stayed there and took care of her for 3-4 years. In the home had antiques and things that remind me of my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, and myself, and you know, I had to get rid of all of that. So what I did, I reached out to family. They don't want any of this beautiful antique furniture and all of this stuff. So I had to go for an estate sale, which I did. That was heartbreaking, but it was a big help. Cornerstone was wonderful. They listened so carefully. They asked me questions on what I wanted. They really worked hard to try and get what I wanted. It felt like I was a top priority. In the whole system, I never had any complaints about bread at all. And when I had little things, I just called them, and this really handsome guy came out and fixed whatever it was. Yeah, Cornerstone is the place to go, especially if you're in a position like I am. I sold my mom's house, and I took that money and I bought this house for $185,000. That included the land and the house. The HOA was $440 a month. Taxes were $5,000. Heating and cooling the place was at least $150 a month, if not $200 a month, etc., etc. Now I pay $1,000 a year for property taxes. I pay no HOA. I pay $98 to have my garbage taken and, water, utilities and all of that. I pay maybe $60 a month for heat or air, electricity, and it's very affordable for me to live here. This is the only way that I could live because I'm living on Social Security and a little bit of a mutual fund. I've had spinal surgeries, a cervical fusion, and then I'd had lumbar fusion. So I had to have my thoracic spine fused. Left me with many muscle spasms and so forth. I should have been in maybe an assisted living or something like that, but there's no way. So I went to physical therapy and many doctors and acupuncture and Botox, and not on my face as you can see, but here I am. I'm living in my own home by myself with my dog. And I'm so happy. And I have my daughter 15 minutes away and a medical alert button in case I fall. I had a tendency to fall. Before, I lived in a large home and I had to use walking sticks to get around because I would fall easily. Here I can just hold on to one side or the other and get around, and I know exactly where I am. I love the coziness. I love that it's mine. I've always shared a home with somebody, and now this is my home. I love my neighbors. I love to make my own decisions. That's just so important, especially for older people like me, to make your own decisions. I do consult my daughter because she's a lot smarter than I am. She's worldly, whereas I'm not so worldly. Being a nurse, you think more about the body than you do about money. This is the prime of my life. And I'm living in a tiny house.
Thank you for watching our video and for stopping by Tiny House Expedition. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And for more tiny home tours and stories, click the videos below.
And join us on Instagram for bonus content,
including face-to-face conversations with us. We hope to see you there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.